Coming next, you know him, you love him, he's one of your buddies, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Sam Skow to the stage.
So I'm going to do something original to close out the event. So you may notice that there's a definite dearth of flowers in this vicinity right now. Lara and I always hated flowers. We felt like it was people saying, "Here, I killed this, you watch it die for 5 days." And so she did, we had an aloe plant at Miller Way that we always enjoyed. Lara was a notorious drunk cook, so she would often burn herself in the kitchen. She would go out and cut off a piece of this aloe and salve the burn and keep cooking. And it's something growing, it's life. It's not as pretty as a flower, it may not smell as good as a flower, but it's life and it's medicinal. And so at the end of the event, we've embedded aloe seeds in a mulchy paper for everyone, and you can plant the paper. The thing with aloe, though, is it's a self-incompatible seed. You can't grow a plant from one seed. In fact, it's so difficult to grow aloe that they usually just cut off a bud from the aloe plant. They grow from that. It's usually not germinated from seed. Because in order to grow a plant from seed, you have to find another seed that's perfectly compatible. Yeah, that metaphor really fucked me up too. But I'm going to read one of her works right now, and it's a piece that I always like, and it's something she wrote for someone who she loved and was always grateful for, and who I'm grateful for as well. This is called Text. For George. Where's George? There he is. He's the guy who looks like the gothic 49er prospector back there. So, the chef and I talk through our thumbs. We talk down the California coast through the miles of drought-dried farmland, in waiting rooms and living rooms, and rooms that aren't rooms, like buses and outside, over comped meals and end-of-shift beers and end-of-semester shots, over cable TV movies and internet cat videos. The chef and I know each other back before we were ourselves. When he wanted to be a chef and I wanted to be a writer, years and loans later, he's cooking for strangers, and my words are read by people I'll never meet. Still, the chef's got me beat, because people will always pay for food. He watches the diner's smiles, and I read professors' comments, and we feel like fucking magicians, like con artists, tricksters. We're psychosis twins, I thumb into the number pad. The chef and I talk through our thumbs down the center of the state, through Stockton, Fresno, Bakersfield, all the towns where kids sport impractical boots and dye their hair with Kool-Aid. All the towns where kids stain their wrists with cheap spiked leather bracelets and go looking for the devil because God's become unfriendly. In my house, we called God justice. In his, they called it family. Some people fly across the country to escape their God. Others read books and books and books so they can learn to better compose fresh blasphemies. In my house, we called the devil selfishness. In his, they called it solitude. The chef is one of 4 people I know who has a 666 tattoo. I wear a different devil in my skin. The chef and I talk through our thumbs as he half watches Magnolia and I half read Lullaby. He worries that he has the same problem as Quiz Kid Donnie Smith, knowing where to put his love. I put my extra love in notebooks. He buzzes back. I put my extra love in food. I respond. I heard you can get in trouble with the health department for that. And when he taps an LOL back to me, I believe him, because we both know where our love goes. Thank you.